Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Hi guys, I eating snack.
Okay, alright, so welcome back to the channel, guys. And from seeing the title down below, you know what time it is. So don't forget, like, comment, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend, hit that notification bell to be notified each time we post a new video.
Oh.
So guys, this video is just about the things that they didn't tell you about C-section postpartum. So I'll be telling you guys what I had my experiences, and probably persons in the comment section that did C-section via spinal can probably relate to what I'm going to see. Alright guys, so let's get into it. So first thing they didn't or probably tell you but you don't remember, and sometimes they tell you these things but at the same time sometimes they don't. Alright, so the first thing that no one told me about is that after C-section, especially spinal, I won't be able to move any at all, can't bathe, can't brush my teeth, can't do nothing, and somebody would have to help me, right? I didn't know that because, as I said, probably because this was an emergency C-section and they had to rush me in the theater, probably those things never sit down and tell me detail because they had to just rush me in the theater. But I didn't know that, right? Second thing, they didn't tell me about C-section, especially the spinal one, that your back are gonna hurt you. You literally, your back, your belly, your foot, them are gonna hurt you. Even up until after you get past for clinic and everything, your back are gonna hurt you because up until now, my back is killing me. Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. Third thing, they didn't tell you that after C-section, you'd have to make sure your body is like strong enough to take care of your baby. Well, luckily for me, I did have my baby beside me, so I could have healed properly. But for some persons, as you have baby, so baby come right beside you and you have to get up and nurse baby, you have to get up and feed baby, you have to get up and do all of those stuff, right? So that's a thing where me glad we never get to experience, because if I couldn't even brush my teeth, Adiana, if I couldn't even brush my teeth, just imagine taking care of another whole human being, right? Next thing they didn't tell me, it was after when I was supposed to eat my first meal. You can't eat. Listen, hunger kill me, hunger kill me, hunger kill me, hunger kill me. Like literally, hunger was killing me because the day before I had, when I went to the hospital, Luci did buy some chicken to me, like I think juicy beef chicken, and I couldn't get to eat it all because I was feeling some pain. And I said, you know what, in the morning, I go eat it. All and behold, I didn't get to eat that, so me never have nothing in my stomach, and it's a good thing me never eat. Me not normally eat late in the night because you know they always say you can't eat like couple hours before having a C-section or stuff like that. So after that, having the baby 24 hours, we couldn't eat. We couldn't eat and I was so hungry. I mean, even they tell Lucy, say, anytime I have baby, I want a big pot of food to eat because I couldn't eat nothing. I could eat most part of it, most part of my pregnancy, I couldn't eat most of the stuff. So I always said, me said to Lucy, anytime I have baby, I want a big pot of food and chicken and rice and stuff to eat. That didn't happen because you know what happened. Next thing they didn't tell me that after having a baby and stuff like that, especially C-section, you cannot eat tough food. When they never tell me that. Like literally I was in the hospital and the only thing they gave me to eat within the first 24 hours after having baby was apple juice and orange juice and water. Now tell me now, after Mr. Plater come on my bed, me I say yes, finally. When them look, the big name the panny, no meal, just juice, apple juice, orange juice, and water. Like seriously? me never expect that none at all. Me think some could have eat and eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. But no one told me about that. I guess probably because I wasn't scheduled for a C-section. That's the reason why I didn't know some of this stuff, right? And as I said, I was rushed into the theater, so I didn't get anything detailed to say, oh, that gonna happen and this gonna happen and that gonna happen. And next thing, following up with like soft food after C-section, I didn't know that it's probably like a week or so you can eat soft food for. You're supposed to eat soft food for. When I come home, we did start eat and I went I came home I think 2 or 3 days after having my C-section. So it's like we did start eat back food cause hungry did that lit me, and I didn't know that you have to wait like a week or so before you start eating back solid food. I didn't know that, right? So yeah. And then following up with that, I didn't know that after you eat those food, there comes the bowel action of stool, and that first stool, that first feces that you're going to let out is going to feel like you're having another baby. It tough it tough it tough it tough it tough it. It's about 3 times or 4 or 5 times I'm using the bathroom and I'm passing stool, and me have to call for Luci help. Me have to hold my belly and hold him and squeeze it out until me start bleed or something like that. It was so serious. Oh my god, me feel like me did have go pass out one at the time, because when me I call Luci, me I say Luci hold me and hold me and hold me and hold me, and because the stool was so tough and me never know say it did not gonna be so tough, because as me say with Adiana that never happened to me, and then it's an emergency C-section, so me never get teaching about that, because I think over the hospital when you do your bookings, them talk to C-section and vaginal patient different. I think so. So we never get nothing like that. We don't go like sit down in the booking area and then talk about exclusive breastfeeding and stuff like that, and all of that. So it wasn't like somebody get teaching to say if you had a C-section, what and what, because I didn't expect to do a C-section. That was out of the books completely, right? I wanted to do vaginal, but you know, God had other plans. So my stool was so tough, and for about a week of using the bathroom, I feel like I did a go pass out, like literally pass out. So yeah, that was a eye opener, very eye opening. I couldn't believe it. Like thinking about it now, oh my god, I don't want to experience that again. And next thing they didn't tell you about having after having a C-section is your first menstrual is going to be so painful. You don't feel like you just do your C-section. Where's the camera? Okay. You feel like say you just have a C-section and it's paining you down right at the cut there, so it's that pain you, and it's some terrible pain. So nobody never tell me about that. Say me think, cause me hear a lot of persons always say though after having kids they don't feel pain when seeing their menstrual. I always wish me could have experienced that. I always say, wow, that would be so great having your menstrual and not feeling any pain. Wow. But no, that's not the case. Well, probably for most person, but that's not the case for me, because the pain is there and it feel like I did cut a open back, literally. Right. So what else I can tell you guys? That oh yeah, next thing I tell you I say, yeah, I'm gonna need the most important thing of all of these things that I'm telling you guys. When you have a C-section, you're going to need a support system. Support system is at the top of the list. When I tell you you're going to need someone to help you to the bathroom, you're going to need someone to sit you up at night, you're going to need someone, every little thing, you're going to be like a newborn baby that needs help. You're going to need somebody around you. Even if you're a single person that anything can happen and you're the only one going through this alone, you need somebody around you to help you, whether your spouse, your family, your friends. You're going to need somebody around you to help you, because when I tell you, after that C-section, your body is going to feel numb and void. You can't do nothing for yourself. Probably the only thing you can probably do is probably brush your teeth. You'll probably need somebody to help you tidy up. You'll probably need somebody to help you get the bathroom. I remember when you get up, you have to go hold your bed, you're going to feel a lot of pain. Your body you're going to feel so numb. So you need that support system where can help you around. You're going to need somebody to cook for you some nice food. You're going to need somebody to help you around when you're with your baby. Because remember, you're not going to be able to get up at night and remember, if okay, baby. If it's like when your baby come home, baby I go want feed every 2 to 3 hours. You're gonna need somebody to help you carry the baby to your breast, or you do exclusive breastfeeding and that person get up during the night and feed until you get better. You're gonna need that support system. Right? So that is the top one of all, and I'm glad I had Luci, because Luci did everything for me. And when I tell you I want blessings to follow that man, I want blessing follow that man then. Because he did, even though I'm a husband, he didn't have to do it, because I had my mother here. He could have put on the wall of the burden for my mother, but he didn't. He make sure he was there for me through every single stage, everything. And I'm so glad that I didn't have baby home with me, because I know that would have been much harder for him to get up at night time and feed and also think about me and also think about his work. So that was kind of plus for him. But when I tell you, you need that support system, you need that support system. Next thing they didn't tell you about having a C-section. After having a C-section, you might have memory loss. You might fall in a depression. Memory loss and fall in a depression. Because sometimes me say something and like an hour later, me not remember what me say. Or probably 20 minutes later, me not remember what me say. I'm like, I may just say that, or may I try to remember if me did say that. Or if, for example, me I talk to Luci and him not hear myself, I have to repeat myself. Me not remember what me just say a while ago. So it's either you have memory loss or something. If you're an independent person,
Mommy, I don't want more.
put it in the kitchen, baby. If you're an independent person, will like to get up and do things yourself, like myself, me not like feel lie down in a bed. That is number one. As me get up, me feel like say bed for spread and get up and go in a bed until you go back go sleep. And that C-section there and then humble me. Well, pregnancy and C-section humble me right there, because during this pregnancy I had to be in bed majority of the time, and then after there's still the same bed, right? So those are the things that kind of make me trigger my brain. Come and say, why am I in a bed? And then, for example, like mother say something on the floor, I want to take you up, because me not say me have OCD, because sometimes a place can be untidy. Me not ever say me have OCD, but I like to keep my place clean and tidy. And like sometimes if me feel like say the place out of order, or probably Adiana room out of place, me feel like me want to do it. That can fall into the depression differently, because you say, oh, you're used to doing stuff by yourself, and now you can't do it by yourself. You have to depend on somebody to do it for you, and then probably that somebody not gonna do it like oh you want it. So that is a whole different stuff. So yeah, it's crazy out here knowing that your life just drastically change after C-section, because you're like a baby again, and even after a couple of months, couple of weeks, couple of days, you cannot tell yourself say you go back on your feet, because you still need that support system. So it's like your life change. You have to kind of change your schedule to accommodate yourself, right? So you have to change your whole routine to accommodate the new you and the new changes to your body. So that is it. And before we continue any further, if anybody have anything new you want to drop where you have your C-section and something happened to you when we never mention, you can drop it in the comment section as well. So yeah, what else I can tell you? For persons who have a toddler or kids before, Adiana, I'm doing something. For persons who have a child, children, a toddler before having a baby via C-section, listen. As I said, you need a support system and give yourself grace because that child is going to need you and that baby is going to need you as well. And as I said again, your life is drastically changed because remember you have to take care of yourself first. Because if you don't take care of yourself, then you're gonna take care of the baby, right? So stuff like that you need to consider. So as I said, number one thing is support system. You need that support. And as I said, I tell them I wish all the love and the blessing go to Luci because he is and he's still an amazing partner. And as I said, marriage or relationship is not, and I said it to Luci the other day, marriage and relationship is not something where people can just, say, you're married for marriage sake. Marriage is like a partnership. One day you're down, the other person supposed to can give you that extra energy. If you don't, or vice versa, the person is a partnership. And I said it to Luci the other day, because I remember in last year, Lucian, not never did I go on for Lucian, I was working and I had to help him. I had to be that support system for him. Some female might say, a man them to be the breadwinner and them to be the head of the house. No, as we say, partnership because one time me I go low and him I go help me, and one time him I go low and me can help him. So stuff like that. So when I tell you, I say I want every good thing and every blessing go towards Lucia. As much as how the devil might have fight him, and especially with his crop and his farming, that every minute he feel like he might go make a thing out of this farm or bingo, something always end up come and crash it. Me always know say, I always tell him and I always know say, don't give up because one day, things going to get better. And regardless of the hurricane come and mash up everything and stuff like that, me still encourage him, just keep on going and don't give up because God see what you do for me. And you do it out of your heart. And you never have to do it regardless of you being my husband. You never have to do it. So stuff like that I always encourage him about. So yeah. Not straight from the topic, guys. But it's just something when me always say with that talk. And he's not here, so he not even know me I do this video. But sometimes, as we say, I always have to give persons their flowers before they leave this earth because at least those little encouraging words will change a person's perspective or just kind of lighten their day. So, what can I say? What is another thing I can say? They did tell you. You can't go bed. That's the next thing. You can't go bed. You have to do some tidying up in some warm water. You can't go bed because you have to go to clinic and then them have to pass you to say you can't bed. When I went to clinic and they passed me say, alright, I don't have to come back and stuff like that. Me did still afraid. Me did wait about probably 2 more weeks before me actually go in at the shower because me did afraid. So you can listen to your body. If your body say don't do it, just don't do it. Because as much as all the nurses and the doctors might say, okay, you can go bed and you can go do this and you can go do that. Listen to your body. If your body and your mind tell you say, alright, don't bed as yet, just wait out a little more. Do exactly so. If your body tell you say you can bed, don't bed. So you have to listen to your body as well. The next thing they didn't tell you is that if you stress too much or act up your body too much or when you get up you don't hold your belly or just be careful in your first couple of days and weeks after having a C-section, your cut can tear. Nobody tell me that. My cut tear about 2 times. It opened about 2 times and again when we say Luci is a good help because after I think it was the last day of going to clinic, I was so stressed because I hear so much bad news with the baby and stuff like that. I was so stressed. I made it up and down because even after leaving the hospital the following day, I had to go over the hospital to look for the baby, and from there and then I had to go over there every single day, every single day, every single day, looking for the baby. So me cut the open back. It never opened bad, but it did open, and luckily for me, it was supposed to be my last day for clinic, and then they did extend it. Say, all right, then I'm gonna put some on it. We can close up back, and she's dress it back for me. So after me did go back few more times, it did open again because as me say, I was made it stress out, me did a ball too much, and it's like my body never that rest. I wasn't resting with the ball, me ball. Even person me hear person say, oh hey, Lovell look more stronger than Luci. Listen, Una never una not understand the first couple of days and weeks. Oh me ball. So me cut it at home because me did a cry too much. And my pressure did go sky high till they nearly put me on pressure tablet. My pressure did go sky high. My body did want blood because I was supposed to get back blood, and then they didn't even give me any blood. So my body did want blood. Somebody have to top up on my HB vortex pill them, and me did stress out, and me did my pressure high. Let me tell you, my pressure high bad. So he did that walk me every minute. And one of the nurse said to me at the clinic, said just relax yourself, calm, everything's so alright, and stuff like that. And I had to just try put me first. As we say, you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, how are you gonna take care of baby? And even me just feel like say even with me stressing, and then after stressing go over the hospital, like you put more stress on the baby, because me always hear them say like baby sense when something is not wrong, especially with parents. So if you're stressed, if you're happy, stuff like that, baby will sense those stuff. And I was stressed, so I feel like every minute me go over there after being stressed at the clinic, me go over the hospital, baby stress more. So that happened, and it did, it did open back. After opening back, um, it did close back up. So I did start go clinic and it closed back up. And Lucy become the other nurse, the other clinic nurse, because even when the bandage came off, every day him look on him. Once he tidy me up, every day he look on him. He make sure the incision are heal. He make sure everything was fine, right? And even the clinic lady was saying, oh my god, you're full of hair already, like here I come back over that side. So she said that would be difficult for, I think she was saying that it was going to be difficult for it to heal because it's a lot of hair, that area and that area. So even though they did shave it, but probably grow hair very fast, what to tell. So yeah, we did stress out, and Lucy always make sure say him look and the cut and stuff like that. So after that, me stress again, but it did pass me weeks them for no go clinic. So what I had to do, remember them say over hospital or any hospital at all, they say you have 6 weeks after at postnatal if you can come back if something wrong with your cut. So I went over there and see one of the junior doctors them. She don't look like she did that much experience, I should say, with C-section, because she same one did that say when me did do when me come and for the emergency C-section. I see she say one did that say a mucus plug. So when me see her, me did afraid bad. Cause me I say me no want she go admit me or joke me or do anything. Cause me realize say you're inexperienced. Although me know say you have to learn, me just did afraid. Cause me I say me no want you go second chance or anything go happen to me worse than what happened to me first time. So when she checked me out, she said she will take a picture of it and show her our head doctor, and if anything she will come over nurse she come tell me, because I was feeling a lot of swelling in that area, whole swelling in that area, and but it's like made it the bleeding did cut down and then it just come back up. So I was bleeding extremely hard and it did just feel tough, very tough. And as me say, I have no experience in a C-section. Nobody never tell me those stuff. Say I probably heal it a heal or just regular tissue a farm back. So me did go over there and she said, no, it's not nothing that bad. Where if you did feel some lump or stuff like that, then she would have admit me. So everything was fine and stuff like that. So she never called me back and she did see me after that, but she never called me back and say anything was wrong. So that was that. But yeah, the next thing nobody never tell me say when the cutter heal it gonna scratch you. Hey, Jesus. Me say the cut scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, it scratch me, it scratch me, it scratch me, scratch me. Worst thing. Oh my god, these next door neighbors are so. But it scratch me, guys. Let me tell you, say scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me. Till one of the time I think me did text Luci did text one of my cousin that did C-section ask her if what happened if it a scratch or stuff like that, and then she did say we say I eat it, I eat. But when me tell her say scratch me and it's so painful, oh my god. And nobody tell you the last thing because I forgot cut it the video short because of the knocking. Nobody ever tell you say even after weeks and months and years, probably after doing C-section, you still gonna feel like down there, so like you just did it yesterday, right? So it's a lot, guys, and I hope you guys, probably persons who are going to have a C-section, or if you might have an emergency section in the future, you kind of watch this video and kind of have an idea of what to expect when having a C-section and stuff like that. So yes, guys, yeah, I'm trying to see if I add anything that I'm missing out, but that is it for so far. And yeah, big up on yourself, guys, because the knocking I kind of mess with my brain. But big up on yourself, guys. Until next time, bye.